gentlemen, this is the Chasing Points podcast, episode 188. We're almost at 200, so we appreciate you all for supporting and continue to support our nonsense as you have to listen to our antics, and by ours, I mean mostly Harrison's. But we are back to talk more about sports. Hopefully not too much about baseball, because baseball is non-existent to me after what has happened. So we got some things to recap. We got some football to go. We have a new celebrity on the podcast. So let's get to this, gentlemen. How are you guys feeling?
Who's the celebrity?
Brendan.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. For those that don't know, if you watch the Thursday night football game, maybe they saw him and they didn't realize that was him, and they didn't realize they were looking at a star budding. You know, they never know. Yeah. But Brendan and I went to the Giants-Eagles, or the Eagles-Giants game at MetLife, and Brendan ended up on the TV. And he was on the screen on Prime, and his friend, who was sitting right to his right, somehow somebody did not end up on the screen. But it's okay. Brendan got his screen time. They probably thought it was Kevin Bacon. And how do you feel about finding your new stardom, Bacon?
Yeah, I had a lot of explaining to do, like I mentioned to you guys, because the way that the people next to us or around us were like positioned, it seemed like there was like another woman next to me. That's who I was there with. So
it's like a Coldplay concert situation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
exactly.
You got Coldplayed, bro?
I got Coldplayed.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. This isn't the first time though that I've been on camera at a sporting event. Harry, do you remember Barclays Center? And actually, Hayes, you were there too. It was the two of us and Amy.
Yes.
And goes, what was it?
Were you there for basketball?
It was basketball. Yeah.
It was
college
Atlantic 10 tournament.
Yeah.
Atlantic 10.
ECU, all that. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yep. So you're right. They must just say, "Oh, Kevin Bacon's in the stands."
Yes.
And then they're like
immediately
disappointed when it's, oh no, that's just
it's magnetic.
but yeah.
You could really parlay that into, like, press row at Knicks games. I don't know. You should really go all for it. Like, hello, I'm Kevin Bacon. I'm here to watch the Knicks. Mm-hmm. Please put me on your jumbotron.
The only thing is, it's not going to go. It won't go too well for him because Bacon is definitely older than our Bacon, so it's going to give it away right away.
Maybe a relative, maybe a son.
Well, you got to get in the door. You got to get in the door first before
True.
So they'll get upset when they see him, but. We can play.
They don't get upset.
Most people do. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
How's everybody else doing?
That's on them. That's on them if they fall for it. You gotta take advantage of this while you can.
Sure. He should.
Yeah.
Sure. Harrison, Sam, how are you guys doing?
You sound great today, Hayes.
Wow. Harrison, Sam, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks so much for asking. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Let's get this podcast going.
Yeah.
So we got some dubs. We got some L's, as we normally start off this podcast. This is your first time listening. So Harrison, you have a dub here, and I see what you did here. You put Baker because I know you did it because of your last name, the way that you did it. Yeah. I know that's why you did it. So you have Baker Mayfield.
I do. It's my namesake. My favorite Oklahoma quarterback.
Wow.
I'm gonna, stake claim now.
Wow. Wow.
For real?
Wow. He is such a troll.
Caleb's not even played yet today.
Yeah.
That's a troll.
USC for Caleb. But before this week, if you didn't play the last 2 minutes of a game, the Buccaneers would have been 0-5. But, they have Baker Mayfield. So instead, they're 4-1 and then pick up another win this week and now are 5-1. But it's a lot to do with Baker Mayfield, who is the early season MVP. They were down Evans. They're down Godwin. They lost Egbuka early. And then he's just throwing to Tez Johnson, the speedster from Oregon. So, yeah, I got to give Baker my dub. He's not carrying the team on his back. They're getting some great defensive play. All the wide receivers are stepping up, but yeah, he's just leading that team to victories, and they're 5-1, sitting in a comfy spot in the NFC South. So shout out my brother Baker.
Shout out to the Bucks in general. That was their first victory formation all
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
that they had. So shout out to them for that. But they just continue to keep winning, and Baker continues to keep taunting and bullying people. I just hope he doesn't get punched in the face like Juju Smith Schuster. Maybe he does. Who knows?
It's got to be the wildest character arc of any superstar quarterback
it might be
we've ever seen. I mean, but yeah, it's awesome. It's good to see him kind of slinging the rock, leading teams to victory, and proving the doubters wrong. I
Doing
never
it without all those stars too.
Yeah,
he's just a gamer too. I mean, that one I only saw a few minutes of the game, but the one scramble, just eluding the sack and then stretching for the first down as well on his way down. The guy's just a gamer and puts it all out there on the line. So you gotta respect that.
I think along with this comes an honorary L for the Browns because they consistently get it wrong, and they had Baker there. And if you remember very clear, it was Juice, Landry, and OBJ, and they sided with them and got rid of Baker, and Baker was almost relegated from the league, and only went on to go to the Rams he went to
Panthers
first, and then went to the Rams and just balled out the first game.
1 day notice. Yeah.
Yep. 1 day notice, balled out, and then ends up being on the Bucks and has done nothing but excel since then. And I know he credited to calming down after he had his daughter, and saying that that's what turned it around for him as being a parent. So, I mean, kudos to you guys as parents. That's especially you three. So there you go. Parents on 3.
1, 2, 3 parents. He was also healthier too. Like we probably should throw shade at the Panthers, but he was just never healthy with them. But yeah,
Panthers live in shade. You can't even throw.
Sam Darnold's looking damn good too. You throw shade to the Panthers all you want.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We'll throw shade.
Sam, you have no dubs this week.
I didn't fill it out. I'm on the fence here. Guys, Chiefs or Patriots here? Who do you want to talk about?
I go Pats. I'm not giving the Chiefs anything.
That's fine. Big win for the Chiefs last night. But all I've seen and heard for the last 24 hours is Drake May has arrived.
Yep.
And doing it with that team without a consistent running back or wide receiver, really. I mean, just a lot of names that we like, but, Pop Douglas popped off a little bit. That was nice. But Drake May's here. I don't recall how many touchdowns he had. Like 3? Something like that. I don't know. He looked good. All the annoying Patriot fans are back in my feed, and good for you guys. That's great. But yeah, he looks good. He looks really good. And the team is what'd you guys say? They're 4-2, 5-1?
4-2.
4-2, like crazy.
With the easiest schedule in the world.
Yeah. So the Dolphins are toast in the East. Won't talk about the Jets. They're long gone. So I mean, this is looking like a pretty easy path. You mentioned the really easy schedule here too, but it's the Mike Vrabel effect. Now they're going to revenge game against Tennessee. Gotta love that. So sets up a little bit. Love the revenge games. So
Tennessee just lost their head coach too.
That's right. Just happened today. Brian Callahan fired. L for the Titans there. Another first-year quarterback, high draft pick, and you fire your coach in the middle of the season. How many times has this happened since we've had this podcast, right? Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson. Now Cam Ward. Like that sucks, but Titans know what they're doing. So
even the dubs turn into L's.
Yeah. Well, guess what? I was an L for the last 2 weeks. So this week, in more particular, because something that happened made myself, the actual dub. As a Penn State fan, I could not be more elated by the news that we got of James Franklin being fired. Now, to be fair, I'll say something nice first.
It's nice.
I will say something nice first before I go in and do what I need to do. Aside from his coaching woes, James Franklin is a phenomenal leader. He is a great recruiter. The stuff that he's done in the community, the family man that he is in, he is, he deserves all the credit for that in the world. And seeing the outpour from all the players that have formerly played for him, Micah, Trace McSorley, I didn't think Saquon said anything yet, showing the love for him. So I want to give him respect for that. And then also shout out to his agent for getting him all that money that he's going to get, $49 million as he walks out of here. The rumor is Adidas, Adida, however you want to say it, because so many people say it in different ways, apparently wanted to push him out of the door as well, and didn't want him to go forward because next year Penn State, which is so ugly and so disgusting to hear, is apparently moving to Adidas instead of Nike.
Oh,
yeah, don't really like that. So that's a potential contract negotiation. Hate that. But God damn it, I'm so happy. Shit. I am the happiest person in the world to see that he is gone, because this man could not beat shit. He couldn't beat his way out of a brown paper bag. And I am so happy that he is gone, because they need somebody that can actually beat Ohio State, because Ohio State has been stomping a mud hole in Penn State's ass. Michigan has pissed on Penn State. And now I'm tired of it. And I'm happy to see that we finally can potentially be contenders, or they'll just suck for the next 14 years. So either way, I'm still happy. So we will see how that goes. Enough said.
Potentially contenders. Didn't you? What bowl did you play in last year? Like,
they were in
the Rose Bowl.
They had
the team arrived.
They had the easiest path to get there, and then they still blew it.
Yeah, I'm not saying James Franklin shouldn't have been gone. I'm just saying, hypothetical, who has more wins rest of the season, James Franklin or Keegan-Michael Key?
Keegan, because he actually just did a commercial for or a trailer for the Knicks. So I'd say that he did. Okay. He did. And he was
James Franklin has 49 million wins.
I mean, that's
sit on your couch.
Sit on your couch, collect your money,
what a
bro.
Flex, man.
Do what you got to do.
Here's some names for you, Hayes. Matt Rule and Kurt Signati. Okay.
Who was the other one?
Kurt Signati, Indiana's coach.
Yeah.
I want Kurt.
Okay.
Very, very badly.
Right.
Come here, Kurt. Yeah.
Well,
Brendan. I see you looking at me like that. You might be next. You are next, actually, Brendan, and I'm going to sit here and listen to this BS that you're about to spew, and I got to take. This guy went and put on a Giants sweater just for this. You have the New York Football Giants. You have your glory, sir.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your happiness there, just that was short-lived, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah. As Hayes mentioned, he and I were at the Giants-Eagles game.
Shit-eating grin you have, Brendan. I love it. Flex, man. I love it.
No, I'm not trying to rub anything in Hayes' face. You guys are still the defending champs at the end of the day.
Yep. Go Birds.
Go Birds, yeah. But yeah, Hayes and I were at the game, had a great time. Certainly, one of us did. Certainly an unexpected outcome, without a doubt. I mean, I don't think anybody expected the Giants to actually win the game, let alone handedly, and in the fashion that they did. What a roller coaster ride this season has been for the Giants, right? I mean, it seems like every week it's just a different storyline, or, fire Dable. Oh my God, Dart is the future. Go back to firing Dable, get Russ out of there. Dart again, now Scattaboo. It's just, I don't know if my emotions can keep up with it. It's just from one week to the next, it's certainly highs and lows, but what a win. And really, I feel like it's the biggest win that I've seen in a long time for the Giants. I mean, I know we made the playoffs, a few years ago, but the Eagles have owned us for so long. I've got some nuggets here for you guys too. So
love a nugget.
Here comes some nuggies.
Where are the nuggets coming from? Like, are we talking Wendy's nuggets? Or are we talking like Chick-fil-A nuggets?
Power rank Nuggets. We got to do that later.
Yeah,
All
right.
that's a good one.
That's good.
Harrison, get on that.
All right, I'll work on it.
Alrighty. So for the Giants, first Thursday night win since 2015.
Wow.
First win versus the Eagles before November since 2013.
Jeez.
And then it's the first primetime win versus the Eagles since 2008. So that's why,
it's such a big game. Yeah.
That's why it's such a big deal because, like I said, the Eagles have owned us for the better part of a decade now. And as we were going through the parking lot after the game, Hayes and I heard some Eagles fans, lamenting, acting as if this was a Super Bowl. And unfortunately, the way things have been as of late for the Giants, this was kind of our Super Bowl. And it was such a huge win for the team and the franchise in general. Not just because it was against a division rival and beating the Eagles finally and in that fashion, but really now it kind of gives fans and even the team, right? Like
something to cheer for. Yeah.
And belief that going into any given Sunday, we have a chance, because for such a long time it was going up against the Eagles or going up against the Cowboys, it's an L, right? So it gives the fan base some hope that, again, any given Sunday could really ring true despite who the opponent might be. So, so I have to give the dub to the Giants. That was certainly entertaining to watch. It's exciting as a fan seeing, hopefully our quarterback of the future certainly looks that way. Scadaboo is just a madman. I don't know if you guys saw the post-game interview with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Ripping their shirts off. And
I'm so glad we left before that, by the way. Thank you.
Me too.
Thank you for sparing me for that.
Me too. But that was that was a huge turning point. I feel like, we could definitely look back a year from now, even at the end of the season, and say this was really the turning point for the Giants. So, not saying that they're going to go on and make the playoffs or anything like that, but this is just such that's
a big moment.
It's a big moment. Yeah. It's a game changer for the team, for the fan base, instilling some confidence. It was the first thing I've been able to root for in a long time. So
we said, we've been saying all year long, like they're going to be that annoying team that hangs around. And a lot of it has to do with that pass rush, which is a top 5 pass rush in the league. And they're just going to go through their growing pains. Like it's just going to continue to be a roller coaster this year. But all you can really ask for is just seeing that growth and those kind of sprinkles of like what's to come next. Like I think Jackson Dart has already shown, what he can be. Can he consistently do that? That's what you hope for. Can Scadaboo, avoid
brain injury?
Yeah.
further brain injury.
I didn't want to get dark, but but it's like those things. Like they have stuff to build on. Like they still have plenty of holes in that roster, but it's like just give you a chance every single week and show some progress. And I think they're doing that already. So the rest of the season is kind of see how far they can go with it. But they'll be in most games. I think they'll still struggle on the road with a rookie quarterback. So I'd be wary of them in road games. But when you get at home, the crowd is really juiced up for that team. Like it's a really easy team to root for and get behind. And it's not shocking that they're going to beat some teams at home this year that you wouldn't think they'd be able to. So. Yeah.
I mean, between Dart and Scadaboo, they just bring so much energy, whereas, you had Daniel Jones, just really vanilla. Even Eli, right? Just so there's just no vibe to them at all. No. It was just very strictly business. Now you get someone who has some energy and pizzazz, and it's it just brings excitement.
They may not win a lot, but they'll be fun to watch.
That's all you can ask for. Yeah.
So a few things. I saved Brendan from being assaulted in the parking lot. There's number one with that.
Hmm.
And I openly said this is why people get bad reps as Eagles fans when there's people like me that just understand it's one game, and then other people that act like the end of the world and threaten other people to fight people and threaten them that they hope that they get home safely, sarcastically. That shouldn't happen. And so to Eagles fans that are doing that, or any Eagles or any fan of any team, if you're doing that at the end of the game, you're a fucking loser. I'm sorry, excuse my French. It's just reality. That's number one. Number two, shout out to Santa Claus that was in the stadium.
Nice.
Santa
What's
Claus
up,
was there. Santa Claus ended up being in there. A few things about that game that stood out. So, to Brendan's point and how big of a game this was, we sat next to some really nice people, and I was the one of the only Eagles fans in our area. But the guys to the right of us were extremely, extremely nice. But they shared the same sentiment, like, "Oh, this is going to get out of control real quick. We start off hot early, and then we just falter." And then that never happened. They just continued to feed off the crowd, and the crowd was pretty damn electric. That being said, they passed out these little light things that they did like a light show that went onto the stadium. Was shout out to them for doing that, because there's not many things I have good to say about MetLife. But that was really, really cool in itself. Seeing how big players actually are in person is also very shocking. Russ, I'm still pissed off you didn't give me your red cleats that I shouted at you for. Jameis is hilarious
He
on the
listens to the
sideline.
podcast. That's why.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. Whatever. But just watching Dart, if you guys remember what I said before the season started, I said very clearly that the Giants are going to terrorize teams and they're going to play teams tough and hard. And don't be surprised if they're a surprise team, because we have that feeling. It's starting to happen. Dart, I know Brendan said to me when we were there, he said, Dart is mostly running because of our offensive line, which you're probably right. But also, I think he has the ability to stretch out a play and be able to use his athleticism, which we haven't seen in. I mean, Daniel Jones is pretty athletic. I'll say that he's pretty quick, surprisingly. But seeing what he was able to do, hearing the crowd shout for Scatterboo, there's a different type of energy around this team right now, and you'd be lying to yourself if you thought there wasn't. So, shout out to them for that.
I mean, can we even draw a parallel between what we were just talking about before? Like, there's a little bit of Baker in Dart. You know, like has that mentality, has that kind of that dog in him. He's a scrambler for sure, right? I mean that first TD run there, really eluding the rush and finding lanes. So. Yeah, I mean, my biggest concern about Dart is him getting hurt and resorting to using his legs a little too much, too often. He's got to slide and got to get down, avoid the contact. There was one play where he actually led with his head. It's like it's just, and he went out for a few plays too, right? So or for a play. That I'm sure we'll get into later with Dable and him yelling at the doctor. But that's my biggest concern about Dart. I just hopefully he doesn't resort to scrambling and running too often and end up getting hurt.
He's got good size. And I mean, even he said it after. He's like, I hear everyone saying, I need to get down, I need to slide more. But, he said, if it's third down, I'm going to try to make a play. And it's not in my nature to just get down and slide. Like, I'm going to go try to get that first down for my team. So you like to see that, but also you hate to see that. So we'll monitor this space.
We talked about him with like Josh Allen, Lamar, right? Like, this is what made them such special prospects, coming out. And, can you hone that? Can you, emergency? Okay. Oh shit, I got to get out of here. Mm-hmm. And make something happen, that'll come. But I think he's first quarterback or one of only three quarterbacks to rush for 50 yards in 3 straight games, I think. Lamar's the other one. I don't, maybe RG3. It wasn't Vic, but still, he's making stuff happen with, a wide receiving core that is suspect at best. You take out Wandell and, so
even with Wandell.
Yeah. So it's,
and they're apparently looking into acquiring another wideout now. So I mean, just this one game has triggered so much. Now all of a sudden they're going to be buyers at the deadline.
Is his name OBJ?
That would be
no. He's suspended. He's got a drug suspension. So
hey, look, you can see him in 6 weeks.
Yeah. I think Dart would be fine if he continues to follow the guy that he models his game around, who just so happens to be the quarterback of the team for my L. That's the Eagles.
Good segue.
Thank you.
See what you did there.
Thanks, guys. I know they've only had 2 losses, and I know this is after reeling off 18 straight, and that's all great, but it feels worse than just 2 losses at this point. Consistently hearing the news about A.J. Brown, and I know the noise is not coming from inside of the Eagles organization, but hearing the loud calling for trading A.J. Brown, which I think is completely asinine, consistently happens. Patriots fans, I got some very passionate words for you, but I'm just going to not do that right now. It's 100%. It's Brendan said it when I wasn't here. I followed up when I was here, and I will continue to say it. It's Kevin Petula and the lack thereof offensive scheme that the Eagles are putting out there. Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman are at fault for this one, and Howie doesn't take many L's anymore, but he has this year, and I have one more for him after this. But it seems like hiring internally for the offensive coordinator has not worked well for the Eagles. They should probably stop doing that because, and specifically hiring a guy that was already on the team but has never ever called plays for any level of football ever. Don't think that's a great thing for a team that is a defending Super Bowl champs and have an option to go back. I think it's still really, really dumb. Jalen, teams have figured out to play zone against him. He's now, it used to be the knock was he couldn't pick up the blitz. He's done that and shown that he can do that very well now. He's able to get to his first, second, third read, but now the current knock on him by the league is zone coverage, which he hasn't figured out, and teams have started to do that more, and it's showing that he's not able to do anything. The guys aren't able to get open. Defensively, they are Swiss cheese right now. Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson can be sent to the moon with anybody that would actually take them. Please, somebody take them. Take Aaron Boone there too as well, and have James Franklin's already there waiting for you. But I genuinely believe that they could turn it around, but I think that they need to demote Petula. I think that that's the problem. Howie's also a problem in the situation because he went the route of saving money instead of actually filling the gaps. If you guys remember the beginning of the season or before the season, our preview, and then we said this little poll of like, what's the holes or in each team or the weaknesses in each team. And they said Eagles none. And I said, I do not believe that. This is why I said that, is because they have a lot of holes and it's not working. So they still have chances, a lot of time. I mean, last year they turned it around after their bye week. We'll see what happens. They had a little mini bye this week, but I'm not concerned too much, but I am, if that makes sense.
Saquon looked great out of the gate, and then they just stopped running. Do you think it's like all this noise about the wide receivers not getting the ball, and it's just like, let's just throw more to make them happy? And I'm not necessarily saying that it's coming internally, but it looks like it's impacting the game plan. Jalen on deep throws does not look good.
I think the problem is balance.
Yeah.
They don't look balanced. If you're, I think we talked about this last week or the week prior to. I mean, I've talked about it so damn much; it's all blurring. We're all just falling into place and molding together, and it's just really annoying. The problem is that you have AJ Brown and Devontae Smith as your guys outside. So you basically have 2 ones as your wide receiver. You have Dallas Goedert in the slot as a tight end. You have Saquon Barkley in the backfield, and you have Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. Why is there even an issue? to scheme any of them open when teams are worried about Saquon. Teams are worried about AJ to double that. So that means you have Devontae Smith or Dallas Goddard. And when they start targeting them too much, then you have the other two that you could feed off of it. But the problem is they don't adjust. Kevin Petula does not adjust. Lane Johnson actually called it out and said that there is no adjustments, that teams already know what our offense is doing. And the offensive line can't even get any push. So because teams already know what they're doing. So when you have guys internally and such a vet like that already speaking up about stuff, there's a problem. And it's clearly a problem with coaching.
I asked our good friends at ChatGPT, what is wrong with the Philadelphia Eagles?
Oh, my God.
Number 1, offensive line and run game regression. Number 2, lack of offensive rhythm and predictability. Number 3, defensive drop-off and edge rush pressures, very specific.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, inconsistency from stars, underperformance. And number 5, internal dynamics and pressure. So shout out
all the things
ChatGPT.
All the things that I said. So there you go.
ChatGPT also a fan of the podcast. So.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Chat.
Wow. So I got nothing else to say in regards to that. If you guys have something else, please go for it. If not, let's get to Sam's L.
Yeah, go ahead, Bacon. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Hayes, I know you had mentioned it to me at the game, where obviously the play calling is an issue, but it's also very like basic play calling too. So just flats and quick outs, kind of like almost just dumps. Like really no real creativity, except for that one.
Times that I call out plays, Brendan, while we were watching that.
Right. Except for the one, I don't know what you would call it, a flip to Goddard.
Oh, Goddard. Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah.
What the hell was that? That was pretty wild. Kudos on that one. But outside of that, it was just very basic and predictable, to you guys' point. So yeah, something's got to give there for sure. And you guys got the talent to turn it around. It's still super early. Sure. So I do expect that will happen. But right now something's got to give.
No, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it's starting to crack.
It's broke.
I would say it's pretty broken.
It's broke.
Yeah.
Broke.
Yeah.
What's also broken is Sam's team. And unfortunately, another country had to endure this. Sam, you're L.
Yeah, so I made it. I don't think I said this on the podcast, but I said I was not going to talk about the Jets.
Here we are.
At all this year, because this is the bottom, right? But they were my L last week, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And instead of making them my L this week, I just need to apologize to the great fans and people of London, and England, and really just all of Europe for just enduring that. Sure, the Broncos didn't look good either, and they're a playoff team, a team that I think we all like pretty much. I know Hayes, you're on board there, but negative 10 passing yards sets a record here. That 2-minute drill to end the first half. This was the most of a Jets game that I've watched in maybe 2 years, and I don't want to watch anymore. Like it's just bad. Like I'm sitting there with my friend early in the morning, the kids are running around, we're watching the game, and it's no. Like it's just bad. It was just bad, and I'm not talking about the Jets anymore. So I'm sorry, Europe. I'm sorry. 0-6. I don't know what happens next. It looks like Garrett Wilson's, avoided a major injury, but he's probably week to week. And talk about, not professional wide receiver cores. Like outside of Garrett Wilson, I don't, the Jets are at the bottom of talent as far as wide receiving core goes. So
does AG keep his job if they lose next week?
I've thought about that a couple times, especially after just seeing, it's starting. I would probably put money that like Mike McDaniel's next to get fired, especially after what Tua said. But it's not unprecedented, unfortunately. First year coach and getting fired in first season. I think, there is a plan there, and they are at the bottom, and they need to just figure out who can be on this team who can lead this team in the future from a personnel perspective. So I wouldn't fire him. You knew it was going to be a lost season, but you just wanted everyone to get better. But here we are again, third time in 7-8 years that we're have the chance to draft a first round quarterback, and it's just not where you want to be. So
Panthers, Bengals, Browns next. How many wins out of those three, Sam?
Panthers, Bengals, Browns.
One.
One.
They're
the
going to
Browns' defense is good. Can't score points. They're good. I don't know. I didn't watch the Bengals game. I didn't see how Joe Flacco was. I saw Jamar went nuts. Panthers are sneaky good.
3-3.
My L was gonna be. Can I just do honorable L right now?
Sure.
It's gonna be the Cowboys, because what the Cowboys need. You know what the Cowboys need, guys? A premier All-Pro, future Hall of Fame pass rusher.
That's
what this team needs. It's almost like they grow on trees, Jerry. And you could just find them anywhere. I'm sitting here, they lose another game. Sorry, Cowboy fans, but I think Micah Parsons would help. I don't know.
He might have helped. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we don't win. I'm not picking the Jets to win another game.
You should. It's just
bad. Will we probably knock off a couple? Yeah, sure. I think that the schedule's not terrible. I mean, those 3 games sound pretty good. But yeah, we'll find new ways to lose.
I'm sorry.
Well, according to Harrison, we all lost this week. This is his dub this week.
Or my L is just this week in general.
That's my bad.
I really didn't have much fun. It was a rainy day, and I was just going to watch football, and none of the games were very good at all. I mean, we started early in London, and that was just sad. I get no Kyler, so I just get, Cardinals hung tough, but just eventually lost. Chargers Dolphins was okay. Steelers Browns was bad. Yeah, not a lot of good yesterday. We had Raiders and Titans. That was a highlight. Just bad matchups all around, and just not a good football Sunday until the late game. Chiefs Lions was all right, but the rest of it, definitely an off week for the NFL.
You got the best game out of the way on Thursday.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Wow.
Humble.
This is going to go bad for him.
Yeah. Dart's going to tear an ACL next week, and
no, I don't want that to happen. Not Anakin Skywalker. No, we don't need him to go. Shout out to the Giants for that. They had an Anakin Skywalker little theme up there. It's perfect.
That's
perfect
fun
for him.
It
was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
This is why I said it's going to go bad for him. Luckily, I only like one team from this area, but you have Philly sports as an L, Bacon.
I was gonna do MetLife again, but I feel like we've already ragged on that stadium and the turf and everything for long enough now. But that stadium is awful. Side note, with the dead ends, is it the only football stadium that doesn't go completely around and connect? It's just weird. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You got to go up to get to different sections on the same level. It's just gross. Anyway, Philly sports. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to belabor the point, but obviously what's going on with the Eagles at the moment, but also the Phillies losing in a pretty terrible fashion that same night, and being eliminated from the playoffs. So not a great time for Philly sports. It's not a great time for New York sports still either. But here's a little chance to push that moniker off on someone else, and enjoy.
Flyers 0-1-1, no wins there yet.
There you go. Just pile that on. Yep. So.
And the Sixers already lost before the season started, so there's that too. Yeah.
So they'll be fine.
Sure, until they won't. But okay. You know what's fine? these power rankings and power list rankings.
Mm.
Let's get right into that. At 5, I have the Packers. Still think they are a pretty solid team and a contender. So they're going to do what they're going to do. Still just can't believe that they have a tie on the record, but it is what it is. The Eagles have dropped down to 4. They almost dropped out of the whole thing for me, but again, they've only lost 2 games. It doesn't look pretty at all, but as Brendan mentioned, and I believe there's still more than enough time to turn it around with all the talent that they had if they just focus on the team internally. Even though they lost to the lost to the Chiefs, excuse me. The Lions are at 3. It was a pretty decent game. I think Jared Goff has those games that you're just like, oh, Jared Goff, it's Jared Goff. And then he has those games like, oh, Jared Goff. If you know, you know. But they look pretty solid, even in the loss. So shout outs to them. The Bills didn't play, so they actually dropped back, I believe, 1. Nope, they remain the same. Bills
3.
are still at 3. Bucks and Colts are kind of like 1A, 1B. Both have a 5-1 record. Both are playing phenomenal football. So I think you can interchange those anyway, whichever way you want to do that. I almost was leaning more towards the Bucks for the fact that the aggressive physicality of their play has propelled them to this point. But the Colts just look good, and they just keep outscoring everybody. And that offensive line right now in the league is the best offensive line in the league. And Jonathan Taylor has looked like he's resurrected himself. So that is my top 5 power ranking. Yay. Thoughts, gentlemen?
I think you should get a power ranking just for being able to slip 6 teams into a 5-team list 2 weeks in a row.
Thank you.
It's a major cop out, honestly.
It's hard every week. It's hard every week. It's starting to pan out more though. That's why like the first like 5 to 6 weeks is always hard, but it's starting to kind of like
I'm still struggling. I mean, could you picture a Colts Bucks Super Bowl?
No,
because I can't.
No, that'd be
NFL won't let that happen. Yeah.
Well, they might just to balance out the halftime show.
Could you imagine the Giants front office if Daniel Jones makes it to a Super Bowl after Saquon won a Super Bowl
Shambles.
and look, had the season he had? Oh my God.
When he won't win MVP, but like offensive player of the year, comeback player of the year. Yeah. It's all
I mean,
possible.
he's one of the front runners right now for MVP right now. So
yeah.
And there is. I don't know how long that's going to last, but we'll see.
And their schedule is not difficult.
Nope.
No.
I mean, there's maybe 2 or 3 games, 4 games that I'm looking at right now that will be tough. But other than that, I mean, they're playing Texans, the Jags, Falcons, Titans again. So hey,
guess we'll see.
Yeah.
We normally have power list rankings for Harrison. But we have Nugget power rankings this week. Harrison, reel off your Nuggets power ranking here.
This is great.
Well, I got powerless first. I mean, the bad's starting to shake out. So these are all the 1-5, 0-6 teams. So Ravens, Saints, Titans, Dolphins. Throw them in there however you want, and then Jets at 0-6. But more importantly, we're going to rank some Nuggets. So at number 5, Chick-fil-A Nugget. Solid nugget. It's a good nugget. You don't have them everywhere, so whenever you get Chick-fil-A, it's always a treat. Number 4, we're going to go with the nougat. Snickers, Three Musketeers, all forms of nougats, excellent.
Is that the French cousin of nugget? Okay, cool.
Yeah, something
adjacent.
Like that. Yeah. Number 3, we're going to go with Denver. Champions not 2 years ago. Yeah, NBA champions recently, so Denver gets there. Number 2, always a good time when you find a gold nugget. I mean, that's just money in the pocket right there. I haven't personally, but I know people. And then number 1, the goat of nuggets, the Wendy's nugget. And this is how the conversation started. So
undisputed.
Those are my nugget rankings. Thoughts?
The fact that you have Denver Nuggets in here and Golden Nuggets. I thought when you were going to say Golden Nugget, I thought you were going to talk about like the casino.
I thought it was
Golden
casino too.
Nugget. I was concerned.
So Wendy's nuggets are better than gold. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would.
I mean, Wendy's Nuggets are gold. Sam,
Yeah.
have you ever tasted one?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Joker and Carmelo, I'd probably put in there instead of the Denver Nuggets. But yeah,
Okay. That's fair.
but still,
Thank you.
represented.
I would put Raymond Felton probably. Both
Okay.
of those two.
Raymond Felton.
There you go,
That's a
Raymond
name.
Felton.
There's a nuggie.
What AI for a hot second?
I should have put Bacon's Nuggies somewhere in there. It's always a good time when you throw a
Yeah.
nugget. Yeah.
Appreciate it. The fact that you spelled nougat correctly too. Shout out.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
did ChatGPT help you there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy Chat.
I like it.
I can imagine the Google search was like NOOGIT or NEWGIT.
I feel like
my
Three
God.
Musketeers though is a hot button issue. A lot of people don't like Three Musketeers.
I'm not a big
I'm
Three
fine with it.
Musketeers guy, but
But-
Snickers.
Yeah.
Snickers is
Snickers
for sure.
Carries
Too much-
it.
too
Milky
much-
Way.
Too much nougat
yeah.
and Three Musketeers.
Yeah, we
You
need a little
need
less-
something to break up that nougat.
I'm gonna break this up, and I'm gonna go to week 6 records.
Yeah, time to go. Time to move on.
We got to get out of here with this one. Not including Monday Night Football for obviously when we're recording this, but you'll already know the results. But so far, the record for week 6 is Sam 10-3, Bacon 9-4, myself 9-4, and of course, Harrison was less than all of us 8-5.
Let's go. I went 500 though.
You are.
I'm over 500.
It's still the point. Sam is picking the Bills and Bears tonight. Bacon has the Bills and Commanders. I have the Bills and Commanders, and Harrison has the Bills and Commanders. So our record so far, not including Monday Night Football, Sam is 60-30, Bacon is 58-32, I'm 57-33, and Harrison is 48-42. All right. So this
Creeping.
week are week 7 picks.
Can I get a
Bills-
pick what's worth multiple points? Can I get like a
No.
Bonus pick.
it's
like
not.
a power up?
Absolutely not.
Hmm.
Absolutely not.
If you get a whole week right, which has
It-
never happened, I think Hayes and I got one
You did
loss.
it
We did
last.
it once,
You did it
yeah.
last year
Yeah.
at the
Yep.
same week.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Wild.
If you get a perfect week, then we got to figure something out.
All right,
guys.
let's
Yeah,
go.
maybe we'll give him a little
Yeah.
boost.
It's
Yeah.
just not going to happen, but we can.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's absolutely not. Teams on bye, Bills and Ravens. All right. So we got Thursday night football, Steelers at Bengals. We have, I wish I can move this over this way. I'm Steelers, Sam Steelers, Harry Steelers, Bacon Steelers. We are all Steelers. Sunday, London, Rams at Jags. I have the Jags unless Puka is
Out.
if Puka's out. If Puka's in, then I'll go from there and I'll take the Rams. Sam has Jags, Harrison has Rams, Bacon has Rams. Saints at Bears. We all have the Bears. Dolphins at Browns. I have Browns. Sam has Dolphins. And Harrison and Bacon also have Dolphins.
No,
Bacon also put a
we have the
yuck
Browns.
in there. I mean, Browns. You put a yuck in there. So great times. Raiders at Chiefs. We all have the Chiefs. Eagles at Vikings. I have the Vikings. Sam has the Eagles. Harrison has the Vikings. Bacon has the Eagles. Panthers at Jets. Panthers for all of us, which is disgusting. Patriots at Titans. We all have the Pats. Giants at Broncos. We are split here. Sam and I have Broncos. Harry and Bacon have the Giants. Bacon let you guys know. F it, G-Men. Colts at Chargers. I have the Colts. Sam has Chargers. Harrison has the Colts. Bacon has Chargers. Packers at Cardinals. We all have Go Pack Go. Commanders at Cowboys. I have Commanders. Sam has Cowboys. Harrison has Commanders. And Bacon has Cowboys. We were split on a lot of stuff this week. I like that. This is going to probably make some little space, little gap here. Harrison is going to get lower and lower. Sunday night football, Falcons at Niners. Everybody has the Niners except for myself. Monday night football, Bucks at Lions. I have the Bucks. Sam has the Lions. Harry has the Bucks. Bacon has the Lions. Monday Night Football, Texans at Seahawks. We all have the Seahawks. Is there anything that you guys saw that stood out and you have questions for?
You think that the Vikings are sneaky good, but like Carson Wentz or JJ McCarthy, like you're picking against your team here. Is this just like an internal like?
Absolutely not. The Eagles have no pass rush right now. And Carson Wentz will pick you apart if you have no thing. I know it very well. And he's done it. And Quinyon Mitchell might not be playing. So who is going to guard JJ? And then you have Addison on the other side, and QB2 is extremely questionable. So, and then the secondary and safety outside of Blankenship, who's going to cover over top? So that is why. And the offense has not really done anything. So,
fair.
Vikings.
Coming off a bye.
They are coming off a bye. Yeah.
Yeah, I went
Anybody
back and
else
forth on that one.
Huh?
I went back and forth on one. I'm switching from the Giants to the Broncos. I want the Giants to win, but I think a road game for Dart against that
this is good
Broncos team that just had 9 sacks. I'm a little wary there.
Brendan loves this because Harrison's off of it. So,
Yep. All right.
Yep. Score another one for Bacon.
Okay.
This is the reverse, actually. I want the Giants to win, so I'm not going to pick them.
I need to put your picks over the last couple of years into Chat GPT to analyze
it. Please, let's.
I'll let Chat know.
Yes, please. Baseball. I could care less to talk about this, and I probably won't be watching any of this, but the ALCS Mariners are up 1-0 over the Blue Jays, and the Dodgers Brewers play tonight. Gentlemen, any thoughts, opinions, comments?
It absolutely sucks not having the Yankees.
Where are they?
Huh? Yeah, I know. My season ended, last week too, or whenever it was. I don't even know what happened. It's objectively speaking, it's nice to see some new teams here. I'm rooting like hell for the Brewers. I'm sure Major League Baseball isn't. Same with what we were just talking about with the Super Bowl. Small market team making it to the World Series, not going to generate a ton of revenue, but it'd be amazing if they upset the Dodgers somehow and make it to the World Series. Definitely rooting against the Blue Jays. Let's put it that way. With Vlad's comments at the end of the Yankee series, don't really take too kindly to that. I'm rooting for Brewers, rooting for the Mariners. Ultimately, don't really care.
Shout out to the Big Dumper. Shout out to J-Rod. I mean, you guys know how big of a fan of the Mariners that I am. I mean, they're my team in the show. Also, my favorite baseball player of all time played for that team. So I want them to win.
Brett Boone.
So
Reynolds.
So I hope they win.
Jamie Moyer.
And the Phillies, I can't believe that the Phillies blew this and did not take care of the Dodgers. But shout out to Jackson Churio. Want him to do what he's got to do. Really, really love that guy.
Shout out Jason Churio too. He's coming.
There you go.
Boys, Churio. And boys are coming.
I love the Mariners pitching staff. I'm rooting against Cal Raleigh because I want Aaron Judge to win MVP. Yes, I know that the votes are already tabulated. I know. But I love this Mariners pitching staff. You guys know that. Brendan knows that because I just talk about George Kirby and Brian Wu and and Logan Gilbert to him any chance I get. And as much as it pains me because I have a lot of friends, as I mentioned in Toronto, F the Blue Jays, not there for that. So
yeah, I'm with that.
You Dodgers or the field? What do you guys? Who wins World Series?
The field. I don't feel like this is the Dodgers' year. I don't. But all it takes is for them to get hot. And since national media won't do it, we should talk about how terribly bad Shohei Ohtani has been in the playoffs so far. So definitely want to be one of the people to talk about how that is, because they crucified Aaron Judge when he was doing terrible. And it's time that Ohtani get that, because last year he didn't do so great in the World Series, and they barely talked about that either. So, yep, he has not shown up in those big games yet, even though I know he is one of the better players in the league. I still believe Aaron Judge is the best player in the league, but it's not even me being biased. The stats say and back me up, but whatever. I guess they just don't want to talk about it. It's cool. I'm fine.
My brother sent me that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You go first.
I was just going to spew out some stats about how bad Ohtani's been in the NLDS. But
are these Mike Favada nuggies here?
Mike Favada sent me this, which is funny because Mike Favada picks and chooses when he dives in, but he's a huge Yankee fan here. 1 in 17 with 8 Ks in the NLDS. I don't know if that includes the whole NLDS, but we want to give Volpe and Judge and all these other people. I mean, don't get me wrong, Volpe is nowhere on the same level as those other two, but we want to kill guys for not showing up. He hasn't shown up, so
nope.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just got excited.
No, appreciate it. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like the Dodgers are vulnerable, especially that bullpen. So anything can happen in a 7-game series. So
anything's possible.
Yeah, I would like to see either Brewers or Mariners. I think ultimately the Dodgers make it back to the World Series, but they're not as dominant as they were last year. So there is some vulnerability there. So yeah, we'll see. I won't be watching either way.
Same.
But
Same. I'm right there with you. What I will be watching, start of basketball is upon us.
I'm pumped.
This week, right? Next week?
Next week.
Brendan will have some amazing feedback this year about all NBA teams. So guys, look out for it. He's already let us know.
Okay.
He's going to be doing some reports on the Portland Trail Blazers. So shout
NBA
out to
preview next week?
Yeah, Brendan said he's leading that.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA starts October 21st. On Tuesday, I really hate whoever wrote this. Tuesday, it's on Peacock /NBA NBC. It's Houston, OKC. Houston at OKC, and then Golden State at the Lakers. The breakdown of what the actual, did I send it to you guys? The breakdown of how all the games, so the networks is going to be spread across. So very interesting to see how that plays out. I'm very happy that we're going to get classic NBA theme music back again, but also to see the roster of commentators of former basketball players that we're going to see, and kind of see where this goes this year and who takes it all. So just early prediction: does OKC repeat this year?
They are the odds-on favorite.
Okay, but do they repeat, or are you taking the field?
I would take the field in
the field's
a lot of scenarios.
Yeah,
but the fact that they're so young and the core's together, and they're still just as deep, right? They didn't lose anyone.
It's just
signed
that's
everyone
tricky.
long term.
Yeah,
I would take the field.
It's so injury dependent and it's the season's so long, and I'm sure we can make some picks next week. But so I'm not ready to say that yet. But they're the odds on favor by a lot.
Okay.
And then the Cavs are second. Cavs, it goes Thunder, Cavs, Nuggets, Knicks. So it's a pretty open year. Aside from if OKC can just stay healthy and handle business, but we could see something interesting.
Definitely a pretty open year in the East, especially with the Celtics. Having no Tatum, seeing what's going on with that. This is another, in my open and honest opinion, for those that have never watched or listened or watched the podcast. I am not a fan of the Knicks, but I think that if any opportunity that they have to get to the promised land through the East, this would be the year for them to do that.
Yeah, the window is wide open.
It is wide open for them at this point in time, and they're a solid team. I mean, I just remembered right now that they don't have Tibbs going this year.
I just remember that too. I am not
just literally remember that right now.
Yeah. They install a whole new offense. It's looked pretty good in the preseason. Mike
Okay.
Woodson is doing some things. But like you said, this it's right here.
It's a big window.
It's right here.
This is
There is
it.
no one else in the East.
Yep. Nobody
Tatum
that should pump
out.
fear in their heart at all.
Halliburton's out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Cavs are going to be good again, but come on, Knicks. Time is now.
There you go. I'm just looking forward to the many videos that come from NY Talk out in front of Madison Square Garden, because it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. So, I outside of that, shout out to Lakers fans that bought tickets that thought LeBron was retiring. You were idiots. People are so gullible.
Congratulations,
he's not retiring.
You played yourself.
Yep, and I'm curious to see how a full season of Luka looks with LeBron and Luka being able to do that.
Well, you won't see it. You won't see it for a while because LeBron's out for like first couple weeks. So,
but
I hope
Luka's
DeAndre
in shape,
Ayton
guys.
finally got to practice with the guys, because apparently he said he wasn't able to. So I hope that finally happened.
Just Luka.
Yeah, just Luka. Okay, got it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I can't wait till we do our preview. That's for sure. All right, gentlemen. I'm getting hangry. So Sam, please take us out of here.
Yeah. What is this? 188? I closed the rundown. I don't know.
188.
So yeah, that makes sense. Hey, thanks for listening. Tell your friends. And we'll be back next week. We'll talk a little more NBA and Week 7 action in the NFL and maybe baseball, but probably not. So for Brennan and Brandon and Harrison, I'm Sam. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Go Birds.